We are making relationships and dating so complicated, and it doesn't have to be. Number one, we're going based off of what we want and what we desire when we see someone. When you are moved by titles and you are moved by looks, it brings a force because you want to make that person fit into your life. He may look good, sis, and he may have a great title. He may have a lot of money. He may have some great things, but that still doesn't mean that he's great for you. Likewise, bro. It doesn't mean that they're great for you. You will find yourself pouring into a woman who has nothing but holes in her because she's not there for you to hold. There is someone that fits in the palm of your hands, fellas. There is someone that you fit in the palm of their hand. It's like a glove. It fits. What we do is we put ourselves in situations to want something to fit the way it needs to fit. And we want what we want to fit how we want. And it doesn't matter how it fits. All that matters is that it looks good to us and it matters to us. So we want to make something fit that isn't supposed to fit in something. And then we find ourselves trying to figure out, why is this not working for me? Why does this not fit for me? And so we then find ourselves wanting something that does not fit for us, but we try to make it fit and wonder, why doesn't it fit the way we need? And so then we have something that seems like, oh, it's so easy, but we can't close the gap of it because technically it doesn't fit there. Oh, this is not it. I'm going to force it, and I'm going to pray, and I'm going to beg God to make them for me. And then I beg God to make them for me, and now they're there, and they're in there. They're both in there. They don't quite fit. And we wonder why we have struggle and trouble and things getting into it. And we wonder why when we try to get out of it, we can't get out of it because it wasn't meant for us. And if we're not careful, we'll find ourselves breaking in the midst of trying to get out of something that never fit. All because we wanted to pour into the wrong people, or we wanted the wrong people to pour into us. And so now we need help. And now we're stuck with someone who won't let us go. And no matter how bad we try to get ourselves out of the situation, we've poured into the wrong person, when all along we could have just asked God, and God would have put us with the right people that would have closed us. And some of you are with the right people, but you still have the wrong people stuck around you. And even though that right person's fitting and you can pour into the right person and they're pouring into you, you're trying to figure out, how do I let go of these people and get these people out of my life that aren't meant to be? And so you some way just make them a part of it if you're not careful. Who you pour into matters, and who pours into you matters. And if you're not careful, as you pour, you'll find yourself emptied. Anybody not sent by God, it's hard for you to pour into them because they're so holy. And I don't mean Spirit of the living God holy. We need to know what it looks like in our life when God has destined us for greatness. But we still want to put people in our life that's not meant to be in our life. So if you have somebody in your life that you're pouring into, and that person that you're pouring into has problems mentally, has problems within their family, has problems within everything, and they're tired, and you're always having to pour into them, and you're wondering why you're tired, pour into a tired person. Whatever it is you're dealing with that person, because again, relationships aren't hard. It was never meant for it to be hard. It was very much meant for it to be easy and fun. But when the fun is taken out of it, that means you're pouring into someone. That the more you pour into them, The more you pour into them, the more you find yourself just, why am I pouring into you? And everything I pour into you, I have to pour into you again. This is what it looks like when you're not healed and a man is trying to pour into you and you don't realize that this man is a good man. Oh, well, things seem to be okay right now until you hit another bump in the road. And now you have another problem. Oh, and now he has to help you again. And then you go to the other side and there's another problem. Even you ladies, when you find a man who ain't got no job, who can't supply and love you as Christ loves the church, and he can't be there for you the way he needs to be there for you, he can't do what he's supposed to do. You praying and asking God to make him your husband. You praying and asking God to make him your man, and you keep finding yourself pouring, and as you pour, you all empty out. You just sitting here saying, if I could just catch a break, and then you catch a break, and it's like, oh, it's not that bad. So things seem to be great, and then before you know it, that person hits a bump in the road in their day, and they have a bad day, and everything you poured into them leaks out again. Everything you find yourself doing for them, it's leaking out. And before you know it, you're wondering, where is my prayer gone? Where is my prayer gone? Where is my words of encouragement gone? I've given so much of my time to someone who had holes in it. You can't pour into anything that's not closed for it to be able to receive the pour. That's why, sis, you got to make sure that all your holes are filled.